Hello everyone and welcome back to Bandai Product and Figure Review. I have a really cool model kit lined up for us today, and it is one of the more newer ones from the latest release for, I believe, first quarter models, and this is going to be one from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Freedom, and what we are going to be looking at is the new Force Impulse Gundam Spec 2. This is already looking like a phenomenal kit. This is a second iteration to the Force Impulse Gundam real grade that came out, well, way back when real grades were just starting to come out. So this is I'm assuming this is going to be kind of like a retooling, more armor, better articulation for the real grades. Speaking of real grades, a quick shout out, there is a new real grade of the RX-78 Mark II, and definitely look forward to that when it comes out, and I think that comes out in the third or fourth quarter. But now let's get back into the Force Impulse Gundam. Let's take a look at the side of the box, and as we can see, it has really nice articulation, really cool detail, and it looks like it's going to be a really fun kit, and it does look like it has some pretty good sticker detail, or I believe they are stickers, but usually real grade stickers aren't as hokey as some of the other stickers. So let's take a look on the inside of the Force Impulse Gundam Spec 2. Alright, let's start off with the instruction manual, and the first thing that we see is this awesome bust of, or the head of the Force Impulse Gundam Spec 2. And they're, for real grades, they're always labeled for a number, or they have a number category. And this is number 39 in the series for all of the Gundam mechs that have come out. There are other real grade models that are non-Gundam related, so they don't count those towards this number, which the newest one is number 40, and that is the RX-78 Spec 2. So definitely look forward to that review, especially it's commemorating the 45th anniversary of Gundam, so that's really cool. But let's take a look at the instruction manual for this. Let's take a look at the back side, because this shows us a lot of the sticker placements on here. So we have the front, back, arms, core fighter with a booster, which is kind of cool, and the backpack for the top view, side view, and unfortunately it doesn't look like there's a bottom view, so I don't think there's going to be any decals on the bottom or stickers. And then we have side, rifle, and shield and top view for a lot of the extra detail for the Gundam. Now let's move on to the inside of the booklet. Starting off, we always look at the first page. This is giving us kind of an overview on how to clip out the runner, the pieces, and this is by far the most kind of important page on here, is the runner layout. So this is showing all the runners, and we have not a lot of runners compared to some of the real grade kits, so this doesn't look heavy with parts. So let's keep moving on. Now starting off, we are looking at the actual assembly, and it looks like we actually have a core fighter, which basically doesn't look like it's going to be very complicated to build. It comes with landing gear, able to be on a stand, and this is kind of cute that it actually comes with little drop tanks, or they're kind of boosters from what I could tell, but once I actually look at the model, but those look kind of cool that they're like little drop tanks on here. Moving on to the actual construction for the chest units. So this is going to be the where we find out if this folds up and puts into here. If not, that's actually pretty cool that we'll have this as a separate feature. Overall, it looks like it is a separate feature. So we have the arms, torso, which we already have built, head unit. Moving on to the weapons, it looks like it's a nice two-piece for the blaster. Shields looks fairly well done. Articulation is looking really nice on how they're showing that, and how the blaster placement and shield and various other articulations. So this actually has quite a bit of cool articulation as we are assembling this. So this is actually kind of cool, where they actually have it where each of the core fighter will kind of slide into place. So you can do this and recreate that cool animation with the back legs, core fighter, and the top portion of the mech, where they all combined. And then we have the leg portions. Yep. Then we have the waist unit. We have a nice page here that shows some cool articulation, some specs on some of the weapons, and various other cool things that if you have this model, definitely take a read on a lot of that stuff. And then we have how the legs fold to do the transformation. Now we actually come into the booster and the backpack unit. The booster is a really nice simple construction, and it's fairly nice and it looks very easy. And then moving on to the actual backpack, it's fairly simple with how the wings just connect together, and it looks like it does have fairly good articulation, and they have a lot of ball joints, because that's the one thing I've kind of noticed is they're getting away from the rubber pieces that's the PVC. So I'm thinking they're realizing those tend to wear out fairly easily compared to the harder plastic. This is also really cool on how the detail is with that, and then you can actually have it all where it flies together. And you have the backpack, drop tanks, and you can actually fold it. So it does look like you do need this for the unit, but it looks like it actually can easily fold in and out. So that's going to be kind of cool to have that as a nice little display. And then once you have the shield all together, you attach the backpack and the beam sabers and all that. So overall, this is looking like a really fairly simple kit for a real grade. It may not take very long to actually make compared to some others. So let's actually take a look at the quality of the plastic and see how good the runners look. Okay, so this is runner A, and as we can... 3, 2, 1. Alright, this is runner A, and as we can see, it looks really nice with how the molding is on here. There's only a little bit of flash molding on here, so if you wanted to kind of straight build this, it wouldn't be too difficult, but you can always kind of do some nice painting, and it won't take very much to do some pretty nice painting with these. Overall, it is looking really nice. The yellow is a more of a, not a bright yellow, but more kind of like a dark mustard kind of color. So overall, that's looking really nice. And we do have some fairly nice clear parts for the canopy and for the eyes for the mech. So that's going to be kind of fun if you wanted to paint the detail around that. And as for runner B, it looks like we have a part for the chest and parts for the aircraft as a nice little PVC kind of thing. I've noticed that it doesn't actually come with a internal frame, so to speak. So it's kind of going to be kind of interesting building this without that cool inner frame where you can just suck all the pieces onto. So let's keep moving on. Now we have C1 and C2. There are going to be more duplicate parts with these runners, as we can see. It is basically this half right here is a nice little duplicate. So let's only take a look at what's on runner C1, and this has the booster, parts of the shield, the head, which comprises of a side and side, fins, front waist armor unit, waist unit, and other pieces for the chest, essentially. And then we have various other pieces for like the aircraft, wings, joints, and other armors and fuel tanks, among other parts, along with the iconic Gundam mask. And we also have a cool little pilot here, or character. I can't really tell who that is, but that's actually kind of cool that they actually give us a little person, so that's going to be kind of fun. I think it might be one of the pilots, or I'm not quite sure. I would have to get a magnifying glass. So if anyone knows who that is actually, please leave that down in the comments below. So overall, it's looking nice. It's a nice kind of a white color. So panel lining this is going to be going to be pretty fun, actually. So it looks like it's going to be really nice, and yeah, you can probably get rid of a lot of these flash marks with just shooting clear coat or something like that, or just kind of straight building it. So overall, it's looking really nice. Alrighty, next we have D1 and D2. These are going to be a lot more of the duplicate parts, and this is where it's looking more like we're going to be building the joints and frames. As we can see, it is a nice gray, brown gray color. So it's looking really nice. It's going to give you a lot of really nice detail, and yeah, it gives us quite a few parts that we can see, which we have parts for the legs, joints, arms, and parts for the that connect for the articulation for ankles, thighs, that connect the main body. So it's looking really nice, really solid for these, and they have a nice little duplication for that for the opposite side for the arms and legs. Moving on to runner E, we have two runners that are duplicates. So let's just take a look at one of them right now. And we have various parts for vents, the legs, and wrists, and various other side armor pieces, and holster for beam sabers. So, and I believe this is for the heel, and that's actually the part of the foot too. So it's already looking really nice. So this is more for like the feet and vents. So it's looking really nice. It has a nicer gray. It's not necessarily white, but a gray, whitish gray. I would say like light ghost gray, if that's even lighter. So it's looking really nice, well molded. The detail on here is phenomenal. Moving on to runner F, this is where we're going to comprise of a lot of our red parts. This is duplicated, as we can see. We have another set of red parts right here. But let's take a look at what we have here. So we have parts for the wings, red for the feet, heel, ankle, various vents, and parts for the shield and other vents and hatches. And we also have parts for the chin and various other pieces. Moving on to runner G, this is where we're coming across more of the chest unit and parts for the blue portion of the little core fighter. So we have our side armors where our arms will meet, and I believe these are going to be parts for either the chest unit or the core fighter itself, with various other armor pieces that will go along the other chest unit and various other pieces. And this is runner H. This is comprising of all our black pieces. So this is basically where we're going to have our fins for our core fighter, or the backpack I should say, along with its boosters, top and back pieces. So this is all going to comprise of the main backpack for the Impulse Gundam. So it's already looking really nice, well molded. So this is going to be a really fun, just kind of quick straight build if you wanted to do that. But it gives you a lot of options to paint various details to get this thing to look really sharp. And lastly, it comes with 2 PVC beam sabers. So this is basically flexible reddish material that's are really cool for visual effects. That comes with most of all of these kits always comes with the beam sabers, and the quality is always fairly good. Alrighty, lastly, what we have is the sticker sheet, and with how real grades are, they never really let me down for the decent quality that these provide. And we have quite a few warning labels and various other things that add a lot more cool detail to the unit. We also have these cool silver metallic pieces that are going to be like for like joints and stuff like that. These are really fun to actually hand paint for me, so most likely I'm probably not going to use any of these, but I'll definitely see where I can put all of these on here. So overall, this is looking really nice. It does look kind of heavy, but these are minor detail, so there's no parts or anything that you would actually have to physically paint differently, unlike some of the other ones that are high grades that you have parts that need to be the actual color that you get as a sticker. Well, this is just minor detail and basic hazards and warning things just to add a cool, more visual effect to your model. And it looks like we also get 2 different types of eyes, so I'm almost thinking they're hinting with people to do LED lighting to actually have it shine through, or various other kinds of things. So this will be kind of fun to either do the sticker or try to paint these eyes. Alrighty everyone, that's going to conclude this unboxing of the Force Impulse Gundam Spec 2 from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Freedom. This model kit did not let me down with its iteration being number 39 in the real grade 1. It looks phenomenal. Bandai looks like they managed to fix a lot of some of the issues that they had with some of the real grade model kits with this particular one. So I'm looking definitely forward to building this and putting it on my shelf with some of the other real grade models that I have. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe and leave comments down below of what you would like to see next featured on this show. I do all Bandai products from Evangelion, Macross, Gundam, and various other Bandai products. So if you have a suggestion, please feel free to leave them down in the comments, and I will see if I can get to those particular products to do a unboxing or review over them. So until then, I will see you guys in the next episode.